I have a bit of a fun game here where I made the enemy team rage in all chat multiple times because of different tricks that I did with the new Singe W grounding. This is a video I think that showcases a few things that new Singe can do pretty well, specifically with grounding. I guess it's not really new Singe, it's more of like a slightly updated Singe, but it showcases some cool grounding tricks. This video, I think, also showcases a lot of really important fundamental skills that you need if you are denied a proxy and you need to lane without playing like a retard. I think that this video also shows off fundamentals about the Camille matchup for Singed, and how to properly play against her, play around her E cooldown and stuff like that. So there's that. My runes and masteries this game, I'm running something a little bit different. In the past, I have said multiple times that spell vamp quints on Singed are really bad, but I think I have been playing around with them a little bit. I haven't played a lot with them. I've played around a little bit with them, and I found that the healing factor that you get from spell vamp, the 6% spell vamp quints, I guess 2 + 2 + 2 = 6, and then the 2% spell vamp you can get from your ferocity mastery, and the extra healing amplification mastery in the resolve tree. That amount of healing, when you're taking trades in lane or when you're just farming, can really sustain Singed for a little bit longer than it's not even a little bit longer, for quite a bit longer than he theoretically should be able to stay in lane for, just because of the amount of health that he gets over time. So my runes this game, I'm running, just to test them out, spell vamp quints, armor yellows, a flat AP blues, and M-Pen reds. And I think for laning versus just melee fighters like Camille, I think they can be very strong because they give you just a little bit of health on the end of your trades that you otherwise wouldn't get. Yeah, the healing is reduced that you're getting because your dot, for whatever reason, right, codes as an AoE and not a damage over time single target, which I understand because you can spread it out, but you do get reduced healing. But the thing is, you're poisoning way more than 2 or 3 things at a time. You're poisoning like 6 creeps plus an enemy champion, so you can have a very strong healing factor and like a clutch fight, stuff like that. So right here, just weaving, I was weaving in and out of the minions, trying to bait Camille's E. I got hit by it once, and then just trying to push it in and reset the wave, because you don't want to fight her early. You want to put her in a position where she can't really fight that well early on. So Jax right here is just harassing Xin Zhao, and I'm over here, I'm running but I'm about to level up right here, because I leveled up, and that means I have enough mana to be able to push. But right here, Xin Zhao is about to lane gank me. This guy is a really strong lane, or not really strong lane ganker. I don't know if I needed to ghost there, but he could have ghosted and eat onto me, so that's why I ghosted. This particular player is lane ganking a lot. Speaking of particular players, this game is Diamond 3, North America. I had my 2 accounts decay out of Master because I didn't play this game for 4 months, and now we're here, slowly working our way back up. Trying to get back up to Master before the end of the season. I don't know. I don't think I can get Challenger this season, maybe, who knows. But I know for sure that I can get Master again, so I'm gonna get going for that. Right here, I should not have walked up. I knew that Xin was in the area, even though Jax got his flash over here. But I walked up anyways, and I got lane ganked. I should not have done that, but I did. I rage pinged Jax, as I, for some reason in my brain, I assumed that he would come up there and gank the Camille because Camille was super low, but he didn't. He went for the farm, which is the right decision because it's a very hard gank to pull off versus Camille, who has flash. I just played like an idiot, and I got really upset about it, even though I shouldn't have. Jax gets the 1v2 kill on Xin Zhao, then he gets away from Camille, so now I know that Camille has no flash. And she can't exactly push this wave in very quickly either. What I'm going to do when I come back to lane is I'm just going to sit there and farm and force her to teleport back to lane in order to try and unfreeze, and then I'm going to try and get flings on her under my tower. I don't think I actually get any flings on her under my tower, but it's still a good practice right here, just to, when the enemy laner has teleport up, you might as well just freeze it instead of pushing it, because all you're doing if you push it is you're opening yourself up to ganks, but you have it right here frozen under the tower, and you can just slowly, you know, farm up, catch back up in CS. She has an assist, she goes for a call, it's very greedy buy. Whenever she TP's back in a lane, bot lane feeding, no problem. Whenever she TP's back in a lane, why is that up there? I'd make note of the items that she has, and I see that she has a cull, and because she has a cull, I know that she didn't get something like major, like a fucking second Doran's Blade, or Ruby Crystal, or a Longsword. I know that she has a cull, so it's like 7 AD, I can probably go for a trade. I misjudge her mastery, her Keystone Mastery, I forget what it's called, Fervor. I misjudged Fervor, I let her get a few too many auto attacks on me, she ends up doing more damage to me than I anticipated, so I back off and I'm just healing a little bit. I see Jax coming up, I know she has no flash, Jax hits the stun on her, fling her back, get an auto attack right here for the kill. So the reason I was able to do that is because I knew that she had no flash from her trying to kill Jax earlier. I had it frozen by my side of the map, or my side of the lane. Jackson just come up for an easy kill, and if he doesn't, then I can just farm pretty peacefully and regen up with my potion and my spell vamp quints and stuff like that. Right here, it's not really showcasing the amount of healing that you can get, but later on in this game, definitely you can see some of the ridiculous sorts of healing stuff that you can pull off with spell vamp quints. I don't know yet if they're like optimal or anything. I don't think that they're optimal, but I think that they do have their place in a rune book. Not that it matters that much, since Riot's going to be getting rid of all runes and replacing them with other shit soon. But I think that for now, spell vamp quints have a certain place that can be used. Maybe not every game, definitely not every game, but versus fighters like Camille, this would be good against Jax too, probably. If you're ever against a Jax top lane, I think spell vamp quints have their place. But you have to get the spell vamp mastery, and you also have to get the healing amplification mastery, otherwise the healing's not enough to really be noticeable. It's only noticeable after you have those masteries. So right here, what I'm doing is just trying to fling her, go for some harass. Whenever she walks up, you have to really be mindful of her E. Her E is her main way to like win the lane over you. The little like spinning kick that she does. I think it's like that ability right there. Whenever she hits you with that, that's her only way she can win the lane, because that's how she kites you, and that's, you know, she can kite you with her grappling hook, but it's a super long cooldown. And if she kites you with her E, then it's like a, what, 10-second, 15-second cooldown? Something like not that ridiculous. Or something not that high, I should say. Right here, I'm pinging MIA because it's very obvious that Camille's going mid. And so I realize that she's going mid, so I start pushing instead of freezing, but my R rate, obviously, you know, maybe not the smartest player here, just doesn't walk away from Camille if she tries to 1v2 for some reason. Why would you try and 1v2 Camille? Like, there's no way this is gonna go well for you, but she tries to do it anyways because she's very intelligent. I'm just up here pushing. I know that Camille has no teleport, and then she has to walk back up here, or she has to push mid. She has two choices here. She walks back up and defends the tower, gets CS, or she pushes mid and gets CS, but then loses the tower probably. I realize that, so I'm pushing a second wave. But I don't want to overstay, though. I see a really good... Oh, actually, I'm going to back up. This is something that I want to talk about. Okay, so while I'm doing this, because I know Camille's not here, I'm not in any pressure to make a decision based around Camille, because she's walking back up. I'm watching bottom lane, and I'm seeing them pinging for help, and I'm seeing Fizz run across the map. I teleport on this ward back here. My bot lane dies, but this is how I play the fight, right? I make sure that Sivir doesn't have spell shield, so I don't fling her. And I instead save my fling for the Fizz. And the reason I save my fling for the Fizz is because I want to reposition him to a spot where I can actually run with him and poison him. If I had flung the Sivir, there's no way I was going to kill the Fizz there, because Fizz would have just Q'd me or E'd and walked away. But I had the fling to reposition him. I didn't need the fling to kill Sivir because Sivir was already very low. So in a situation like that, you want to really be aware of, you know, what you can do with your fling. You don't want to just use... I see a lot of Singed players using fling just to like get damage off, and that's not how you want to use all the time. Even though it's like your main nuking ability, I guess. It's your only nuking ability, but you can't like consider it like that. It has to be a reposition to get optimal positioning of your enemies and do optimal damage. You can't... This is like one of the biggest reasons I see a lot of low elo Singed players fail is because they don't, you know, recognize that fact, and they're just like, oh, I can last hit with fling here. Might as well, you know, last hit. Why would you last hit with fling ever? You should last hit with your auto attacks and poison. The only reason you should ever last hit with fling is if it's like a 1v1 and you can get a kill. But other than that, in a team fight, you usually want to reposition, unless it's like you're trying to kill a clutch target. It's a little bit iffy here and there how you want to use the fling. But for the most part, in the majority of cases, you want to use the reposition. So let's talk about my item build here. I started with a corrupting. I started with a refillable potion and a dark seal. Yeah, dark seal. So the intention behind starting refillable potion and dark seal was so I could do a level 1 proxy, because if you do a level 1 proxy and you catch 3 waves, you can just go back and buy a Doran's ring. However, was unable to do a level 1 proxy, so my decision was a little bit suboptimal there, because if you start lane with a Doran's ring, you actually have more health and you have more mana over time. The thing about Dark Seal, though, is after you save 150 gold if you buy Dark Seal, because you don't have to buy 2 potions, and you can just buy the refillable. But if you know, have a Doran's ring, you do get more lane presence, and you get more mana over time, and you get... Oh, that's something I'll rewind a bit and talk about this in a second. You get more lane presence over time, you get more mana over time, you get more flat health from it, because Singe doesn't have the mana passive anymore. You are having to pay 150 gold for it. So right here, right there, you see wherever she uses her E and she's shooting at me, you want to always be mindful of the fact that that's her main way to kite you. So if you ever see her going for her E, don't walk backwards, walk forwards, because there's a little pocket right there where you can walk forwards and not get hit by the back end of the E, which is that one right there, which is what's going to heal her and slow you. If you don't get hit by that, you'll be fine. So right there, I'm just backing up, waiting for my corrupting potion to run out. It's very important that you wait for corrupting potion to run out whenever you're gonna go for a dive like this, because if your corrupting potion is still taking on them and you go for the dive, then you're gonna get hit by the tower and you might die. But my corrupting potion, I waited for it to wear off, just W the Zinza, run away. I waited for it to wear off, so the tower didn't aggro me when I ran back in. That's something that's very... It was... I've been playing this game since pre-season 1. Since like just a little bit after beta, and usually I've played a lot of Singed, and I'm still to this day, even with corrupting potion being out for almost 2 years now, it's been out for like a year and a half. I'm so used to just not having to wait for that dot to run out and just run back in and dive. Like, that's one of the things I think that's really shitty about corrupting potion, is it makes it so obvious the fact that you're trying to tower dive. Because if you're just sitting there outside of tower range waiting for the dot to wear off, then they're gonna be like, oh, I can just walk away. The dot's gonna fucking, if it's a smart player, the dot's just gonna make it so that I can walk away because he can't come up and get tower aggro because he's low HP and trying to heal off of his ult and potions and whatever the fuck. So right here, ooh, okay. I want to play this from my point of view. I'll just do vision like this. Okay, so we're farming, no big deal, just casual laning. It's pushing towards me, so I'm being really careful. Right there, I see Camille walk out of vision, and I see a TP channel bot. So I walk forward, and I do this. I put W on her. And at this point, in all chat, they're like, yo, what the hell? What's going on? Singe W can cancel teleport. What are you doing? Yeah, Singe W has a grounding on it. You can cancel teleports with it just by doing stuff like that. She was very, very upset in all chat. And I'll put the link to that screenshot in the description, because I think you guys will enjoy watching it. So right here, I see Jax coming around for a tower dive. Deny her jump by walking with her, because she has to have a little bit of clearance in her jump to actually be able to move with it. So if you just walk next to her and deny the jump, then she can't get away. I don't know why she didn't flash. I don't know if she'd be able to get away there, but whatever, it works, right? Jax is just going to tax the hell out of me because he's greedy. Uncle Sam, doesn't matter. He scales better than I do. So here I am going bottom, just teleporting once again. I see them diving my bot lane. Do that. Okay, so right here, here's how I play this out. I put W on Zin. I don't need to fling him. Because I know that he doesn't have the ability to dash onto MF because he already flashed, so I don't need to fling him. Save it for the last hit because I'm greedy. That's a situation where you do want to save it for the last hit. But this is really done by Tahm Kench. He eats me and then he just gets a full MF ult to the face, and then Sivir chases me and she dies to poison. Singed, I think, has always been pretty decent versus Tahm Kench, because Tahm Kench, whenever he eats you, he still takes poison damage. You're still regenerating health inside of his body, and whenever he eats a teammate and you fling him, you actually technically are flinging 2 targets for the price of 1 fling, and the cooldown of 1 fling, because whenever you fling a Tahm Kench that ate his teammate, he's bringing his teammate with him through the fling, and then he has to spit the teammate back out into your poison. So I've always thought that was a cool little interaction. Liandry's Torment first. Really high damage. High damage. It has magic pen on it. Has health on it. It's a really good first item, I think, especially whenever you consider the synergy that it has with Thornmail. That's mostly the reason that I bought it first here, is because this is a game where it's really good to have Thornmail. They have Camille, auto attacker, Xin Zhao, auto attacker, Sivir, auto attacker. So if I go Liandry's, I'll have damage and health. And if I go Thornmail, I'll have defensive stats, grievous wounds, and a little bit of health. There is synergy between... Hold on, there is synergy between Liandry's Torment, the unique passive where the bonus magic damage is doubled to CC targets. It goes from 2% to 4%. There's synergy between that and the Cold Steel passive that is on Thornmail. I guess Bramble Vest does not have Cold Steel on it, but the full Thornmail has this Cold Steel passive where it just reduces attack speed by 15%. But that's considered crowd control, so you actually get the double burn from Liandry's from that. It's just like the old Frozen Heart attack speed slow. It's considered crowd control, so you get the increased attack speed from that. So right back there, I saw that Fizz he was a little bit far up, so I just walked up and W'd him and I flung him, and he didn't realize that, you know, that's what that ability did. He types in all chat, "Oh my god, you can silence me," and my team's like, "No, that's a root, or it's a ground or whatever." He was super duper upset. He's like, "I can't do anything. You can ground me. Brr, I'm upset. I'm Fizz. I can't jump. Why can't I jump?" They're just not used to it. And same thing again. Tom Ken, she tried to eat me. I'm just trying to posture against Sivir because I was thinking maybe I could push the tower, but she has too much wave clear, so I just run bot and I start farming this right here. It's very important to take the big Krug whenever you can from the enemy, even from your own jungler. The big Krug is worth 70 gold. You usually kill the little one in the process, so I just got 80 gold there, and I got 90, 100 from... I just got 100 gold from killing that camp, even though I didn't even finish the whole thing. So there's that, which is good. And honestly, this camp is so out of the way for your jungler. Like, your jungler usually doesn't even clear this camp up here, or this camp down here, because it's so out of the way. Actually, I want to back up and show the start of this fight. So don't be afraid to tax that from your jungler. They can deal with it. It's a lot of gold for you. And with Singed Poison actually dealing damage now, it's viable to kill. So I see Xin Zhao diving my Nami. I pop Ghost and I'm running. I fling him away from Nami and just auto attack poison him to death. Right here, I tried to put W on Fizz, I think, right there, but I missed. Doesn't matter. He just dies to everything. Auto attack smack. Unfortunately, Misfortune gets the kill. She's getting hard carried. Actually, no, she's not. She's 4-2 and 5. She's doing okay for herself. So recall, finish Thornmail. Now I have the double damage burn from Liandry's because of this Cold Steel passive. When hit by basic attacks, reduces the attacker's attack speed by 15% for 1 second. That's considered crowd control, so it procs the double burn. I think you can actually see on the Krugs right there. Oh, wait. Where is it? Do they not have Cold Steel on them? I guess they don't have the Cold Steel debuff. But it does apply, so I don't know why it's not applying to jungle monsters. It's supposed to apply to jungle monsters too. I just couldn't see the debuff on their debuff bar. Oh well, doesn't matter. Just run up top, farm the big wave. I'm really far ahead in CS because of how I was freezing the lane earlier and how that led to getting her killed. So she fell far behind in CS. I see some shit going down. I ping them back, let them know that I don't have a ward to TP to. I think Nami gets the clue and she throws a TP ward right there. But I'm pretty sure that they just ended up backing off and we get the dragon. I think that's what happened here. So that's good. Going for the 1v2 here because I'm honestly very strong right now. I have Thornmail, I have Liandry's. I panic a little bit when Fizz shows up, but just running along, for some reason Zin's super scared to get onto me. I tried to fling Fizz, but don't get it. Right here, I live with like 40 health, so I put W on Fizz, and so he can't do anything. He can't use his mobility Q. Q is considered mobility. Urchin Strike, so I just turn around and fling him for the kill. Pretty easy. He did mess up there pretty hard. I'll play it back one more time. He messed up pretty hard. I don't know, like he didn't finish when he had a chance. He's like trying to meme on me or something. Oh no, he used it right there. He used it. But I just W'd him, turned around, got the kill. He raged again in all chat here. I'm gonna post an album in the description of all the rage that they had in all chat because of my W. I don't know why Camille just inted there, but she did. But yeah, lots of healing also from the Spellbound Runes. Just watch my health bar right here. It's just slowly creeping up in terms of health that I'm getting back. That's also something that I think is important to consider, is that usually with Singe, you have to walk into a creep wave and you have to take damage to farm. Like, no other champion in the game has to take damage to farm, but Singed is the only one who has to get hit by creeps to kill them. So, Spellbound Quints on that account pretty much negate the damage that creeps are going to do to you, because you're leeching life off of them, and you're not... It essentially lets you farm without getting hit on Singe, which is one of his biggest flaws in my opinion as a character, is Singed has to get hit by minions to farm them. Unless you're just right-click last hitting, but you're obviously not going to right-click last hitting all the time on Singed, only in lane. And even that for a little bit, so... Yeah, we're kind of just destroying them because I did a 1v4 outplay in top lane, and then my team collapsed and killed the enemy team, and then Ari and Jax were pushing these two inhibitors. Get the two inhibitors, just run out to Baron. Very, very basic end now. Just kill it real quick. Nothing much to see here. Okay, so here... I checked to see how much gold I had. My next item was going to be a Rally's Crystal Scepter. I didn't have enough gold, so I just ran up top and I start farming. Because this is a big wave, right? This wave was big before we had the Baron buff, and I don't want them to be able to kill it, so then I don't get Baron buff. We don't get Baron buff on them. I don't see them in the bush right there, and they end up coming out onto me for some reason. I just do damage to Fizz and hit him a lot, and he has to back up, and just takes a lot of damage. I'm getting collapsed on by their team. Camille jumps on me, Xin Zhao jumps on me. He can't kill me, she can't kill me. I fling him back, just doing lots of damage to him. He's gonna die to my poison, but Jax still steals because fuck you, Jax. I hate you. But yeah, we get a kill on Xin. We force the recall of Fizz, and he has to heal, and then we're just gonna push this tower with our Baron buff. Ari is like back here doing dumb shit and getting caught. She got caught by the Camille ultimate because she's smart. Don't be like this, Ari. Don't throw the game, or potentially throw the game when your team has Baron and 2 inhibs. Doing shit like that, what she just did, and getting caught by enemy Camille behind the tower is how you throw games. Don't throw games. Okay, we're just gonna push this third tower here. Or third inhibitor, I'm tired. And it's just a slow end. Nothing too major there. So, I'll go back through this one more time, just to, oh, no. I want to highlight that laning phase a little bit one more time. Not here, obviously. Not where I died. Okay, so... No, not here. Okay, so... Again, like I said, is it her W or her E that I'm talking about? Okay, it's precision... No, it's tactical sleep. It's her W. Jesus. Okay, so it's her W that I was talking about the whole time. You really want to just try and walk into her and not let her W. I fucked up this trade really badly, and then she ends up getting the W on me right there. That's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to walk forward into her. Always be mindful versus opponents who have Fervor early game. Fervor early game will just completely blow you out of the water in terms of trading power, but you want to not let her get that E, or shit, it's her W, not her E. There's another instance where where I actually play it properly if I scroll forward a bit. And that's what I want to look for. I think it's this lane right here. Okay, so just trying to be aware. No, does she not use it there? Because I remember during this laning phase, there were a few times where she tries to... I got hit by that one because I'm bad. There were a few times where she tries to W, and I just walk right in, like walk forward like I was saying before, and you can avoid it, but I don't think that was where it was. Okay, that's not where it was right there either. I need to watch this. I'm gonna scroll forward. It might be here. Hope it's here. Oh, is that it right there? I think that's it right there. Okay. So, just waiting for her to make a move, and whenever you see her walk up and you can go for a fling, just stay on her right here, and then that's a W. See, she's put it that way because she expected me to move backwards, but whenever she puts it, and you can walk forward in that little area, where she doesn't have the increased healing or she doesn't have the slow, always do it, because they expect you to move backwards and get hit by it, but if you just walk forward like, oh wait, hold on, this guy, he just out-traded me because of that, then you can do your thing, yeah. Hope you guys like this video. It was a little bit hectic because there was so much action that happened in the video. It was a really short game, and I tried my best to kind of commentate over it, but there was just so much happening. So, yeah, hope you guys liked it, and I will be back with more soon. Goodbye.